Good morning students, myself Jyoti Rathore, and here we are once again. I just want to welcome each and every child of my class in the class of English. Okay students, so dear students, we have already completed few chapters, and as I told you, exam will be there, so you have to be serious enough. Okay, we are continuing our work as well as you together have to continue your work. No? Now, here we are starting our chapter 3, that is again from our Hornbill book, and the name of the chapter is Discovery Tut, the Saga Continues. Okay, this Tut, it was the name of a pharaoh. You all have heard about Egypt's pyramids, clear? So, this ruler, he belongs to that area, that Egypt. He was a ruler in that area, and for long years, for long time, he had ruled over there. But his death was a mystery, and that mystery we have to discuss here in our article. Clear? So the name of our chapter is Discovery Tut, the Saga Continues. It is still continuing. The saga is still continuing. It is not still over. No? And this is written by great writer Mr. A.R. Williams. Clear all of you? Now student, this is the picture of King Tut. No? Okay, so we have character list. We have few characters are there. Actually, this is not at all a story. This is only description of King Tut. So during this period, during this whole discovery, who are the people, those who are involved with this King Tut, that I just want to tell you. Okay, and the people are, first one is Zahi Hawass. Zahi Hawass, he was the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiques. Clear? As we are discussing about this Egypt, we all know Egyptians king, they were the most famous ruler of the world, the wealthiest ruler of the world. That is why most of the things which are found from these mummies, they are simply under the department of antiques, because all these things are antiques. No? Now, he is one of the member of the team of researchers and very particular about getting the details right. Mr. Zahi Hawass, who was the Secretary General also, he is very supreme in his work. Whatever work done by this person, that is very superb. No? It also shows that he is extremely focused on the project, as he exclaimed that he was not able to sleep thinking of seriousness of this extraction and reconstruction. Clear? Extraction means khudai karna. So from that extraction, what are the things which are found? They have to search on that. Clear? And Mr. Zahi Hawass, he is very particular that whatever things we are going to find out or whatever research we are going to find out, that should be very accurate. Now, next character of this article is Mr. Howard Carter. Howard Carter, he is the British archaeologist who discovered King Tut's tomb in the year 1922. So this year 1922 was very important because this King Tut's tomb was discovered. And this discovery was done by this great archaeologist Mr. Howard Carter. Archaeologist, I think you all know. No? The next thing is, this discovery was sensational as it was successful after years of futile searching. No? Futile searching means wastage. Any other kind of searching which was going on, and suddenly during that searching period they have got this tomb. No? And then he was not able to separate the body from other belongings buried along with king's body. No? Along with king, because this is the custom of Egyptian kings, as they died after during that burial, clear, along with mummy, they have to bury the most precious things which were used during the time when the king was alive. No? So all those things were buried along with this King Tut. No? So he was not able to separate the body from other belongings buried along with king. But the problem was when they had found this tomb, the things were there along with the body, but they were not able to separate them. No? Because for their searching, they have to separate all the things from this body. But that was, they were not able to do so. And then, so he justifies his action of chiseling away the consolidated material from the body to raise the king's remain. So what this person Howard Carter, he did, clear? He had kept that whole tomb, that whole body in hot sun. He was thinking that whatever material was applied upon this mummy, it should be chiseled away. Clear? Anyhow, he want to get that remains out from the tomb. but he was not getting, so he kept that thing all over the tomb in the sun. But after that also, what was happening? The material from the body to raise kings remained. He was doing so to take out all the things from the tomb, but he was not able to do so. No? And then the next character is Amenhotep III. King Tut's grandfather, who was a powerful pharaoh and ruled for almost 4 decades. Near about 40 years, this Amenhotep III, he was ruling over Egypt, and he was a powerful pharaoh. No? In our English, for ruler we are saying king, but for Egypt they are calling this name as pharaoh. Okay. Now, then Menhotep IV, he was a successor of Amenhotep III, and he promoted the worship of Aten. Clear? This great ruler, he was a great worshipper of the great god that is Aten. No? And the thing which he did during his ruling time, that was he changed his name to Akhenaten. No? He was Menhotep IV, but he had changed his name. On the basis of his god's name, he had changed his own name. And then Amenhotep IV also moved the religious capital to Akhenaten, and he attacked the Amun, a major god, and smashed his idol. Some of the very ruined thing did by this great ruler, that is, he even smashed all the idols. Clear? All the idol of the great god, that is Amun. No? And he even attacked the capital also. No? So, some of the things which are wrongly done by this ruler. Now, our next character is Thutmose. He was widely known as King Tut. In our chapter, we have to see the discovery of this King Tut. That is, the full name is this one, and this is commonly known as King Tut. Now, this King Tut, he was just a teenager when he became a ruler. Teenager, we all know, nearly 13-14-year-old only. That time only this person, he became the ruler of Egypt. No? And then he also changed his name to Amun and reigned for about 9 years, and he died unexpectedly. So few things that was done during this period is, first thing, he had changed his name, and the name was Takhnatun Amun. Clear? That was the name. And he reigned for nearly 5 years. Reign in the sense ruling for 9 years. And one more thing, that is, he died unexpectedly. His death was still a mystery, and that mystery we have to see in our chapter, that during what kind of circumstances this great ruler had died. Clear? And then the speculation of his death gave rise to exploration to find the truth. Okay, the speculation means that kind of circumstances during how the king had died, and what are the things behind this death, what was the mystery, all these speculation that had gave a rise for this idea. Clear? And then his mummy becomes the first mummy to be examined using a CT scan. Clear? CT scan, you all know, this is a medical term. No, nowadays CT scan is very common, but that time during 1922, when first time a mummy supposed to be CT scanned. Clear? And why this Tut was very famous? Because this was the first mummy which was about to be scanned. Understood all of you? Okay. Now these are the characters. Okay. Let me tell you the theme of our article, that is, the story Discovery Tut, the saga continues, is a description of exploration conducted by a team of researchers. Okay, a good number of people, a good number of researchers were there, and all together they were there for this exploration. No? And now it gives the account of struggle the team faces to unravel the mystery of the death of teenager ruler King Tut. Okay, this whole team, they were there, they suppose have to find out this mystery, that how and when this king had died. What were the circumstances and what were the things that were faced during the searching time. Okay, and then the story highlights the change in the method of archaeology from a few decades back to present era of modern technology. Okay, Modern technology means we are talking about CT scan. As I am telling you, nowadays CT scan is very common. But that time period, first time this kind of modern technology was applied upon a mummy in an archaeological survey. And then it gives you an idea about the kind of exploration conducted in 1922 by Carter, when there was no modern method to extract the remains. Clear? During that time, only they have to dig the dig the place. Clear? And they have to find out the tomb. That was the only way how they have to do so. And they have to apply their common methods only. But the CT scan, it's supposed to be a very new thing which was applied upon this whole tomb. Okay, and now it also helps you to understand the revolution in the field of archaeology, which is due to modern equipment and sophisticated method being used to give accurate result. To find out accurate result, these people, these archaeological surveyors, they had applied CT scan, and from that CT scan, accurate result, appropriate result they were getting. Now, so you will also understand the concept of life after death. A concept in ancient time was thought that you could carry all your belonging to a new life hereafter. See, like when the common people died, they have to bury. Now, according to their religion, like Hindu, they have to bury the body. The Muslim, Hindu, they have to burn the body. The Muslims, they have to bury the body. The Christians, they have to bury the body. But in this Egyptian area, the king, when they are buried under the earth, along with that, they are keeping all the articles together. The articles which were used by that king when the king was alive. Clear? Because they were believing that after some time, when the person has to take a new birth, in that new birth again the king will come back. Clear? And when the king will come back, definitely the things which are used by that person, he wanted that. That is afterlife. Clear? After death also they are believing that life would be there. So for that purpose only, along with that body, they are keeping all the things along with that body. No? And now, so the tomb was thus filled with belongings of King Tut like razors, necklace, wines, which were for the king to use after death. So like they were the wealthiest people, wealthiest king of the world. Okay. So all the things that belong to their wealthiness, like they were wearing big necklaces, no? Bracelet they were wearing all kind of equipments, no? Like other things were there, they were using wines. As for the drinking purpose, they were using wines. Then the rest thing like razors they were using. So all those things were kept along with that body. Understood? Now, the main focus is laid on the process of forensic reconstruction of the remains to find the cause of death and the age when the king died. The basic thing was that they simply don't want to find out the wealthiest things of that person, but they have to find out the accurate time when the king had died. That was the main purpose of this forensic reconstruction. Now, the modern method of CT scan is used, and King Tut's body was the first to be put under scan. And this king, as I am telling you, he is very famous because this is the first body which was about to be scanned, which was about to be CT scanned. Now, the scanner picked the images of the king's body and the anatomy was conducted much to relieve the team members. Clear? So, they have to take out the body, they have to did their research, and afterwards they were satisfied with their research also. Clear? So, children, this is the theme of our story. Now, let me tell you the summary of this article. Okay, so this is all about the summary. Tutankhamun, he was the last leader of the great Pharaoh dynasty. Now, this person, he was the last ruler. After this person also many rulers came into existence, but there was no thing given in the history that who was the ruler. So this king, he is supposed to be the last heir of this kingdom. No? And then he was young when he died. At a very early age the king had died. That was the only mystery. So according to some people, his death was a murder. Some of the people, some speculation said that some people the common people of this king, they have murdered the king. This was the first speculation. Now, in the year 1922, his tomb was exposed by Howard Carter, an archaeologist. So 1922, that was the first year when the tomb was out. Clear? And this deed was done by the great archaeologist Mr. Howard Carter. Clear? Now, after this, after 80 years, he was taken for CT scan to solve the mystery of his life and death through a forensic reconstruction. 80 years are over, the king had died before 80 years. Now after 80 years, when the reconstruction was going on, so they have to find out that what was the reason for this death, and they have to scan the body, scan the whole skeleton, whole mummy. Clear? Now, his father or grandfather, Amenhotep III, he was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years. So this great grandfather, Mr. Amenhotep III, he was ruling for 40 years. Nearly for 4 decades, this person, he was ruling over Egypt. Clear? Definitely you can imagine how great the ruler was. Now, moreover, his son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated the strangest period in the history of Egypt. But suddenly after this Amenhotep III, this Amenhotep IV came into existence, and his whole journey, his whole time of his kingdom, that was the strangest period. He did lots of silly things he did. Clear? And because of that only he was famous. Clear? And what were those silly things? That was, his name changed to Akhenaten, which means servant of Athens. Okay? He had changed his name, that is Akhenaten, and it means he is the servant of Athens. Athens, it is a god. Now, his name changed to Akhenaten, which means servant to Athens. He changed the religious capital from Thebes to Amarna. Clear? From this area Thebes, he had changed the capital also. Clear? And the new capital name was Amarna. Later he attacked Amun, a god, ruined his images and shut his temple. Clear? One more silly thing did by this Amenhotep IV, that was the god Amun. Clear? Amun's idol he had smashed. Clear? And he had even destroyed all the temples related with this god Amun. And now, another mysterious ruled tribe who died very soon and took Amun sat on the power and ruled for 9 years. So the next king that came into existence, that was King Tut, and he was ruling over that whole area nearly 9 years. Now after this, when Tut's mummified body was found, he had lots of gold and wealth. As I am telling you, these Egyptians king, they were very wealthy. Okay. So when this Tut's mummy was found, so it was covered with gold. Lots of gold was there. Now, Carter got him after so many years, and after conducting the research on the treasure, he planned to examine his 3 nested boxes. So his discovery is going on, Carter's discovery is going on, and now he is thinking that first I have to keep my research on this 3 nested coffin. Because these kings, when they were buried, that is not a simple box. Clear? In that plain box, the mummy was buried. In the second box, all the ornaments, all the rest of the things were buried. Now in the third box, in this 3 nested coffin, clear, that crown was there. Clear? And on that crown, all the things were written over there. So now this is 3 nested coffin. So this person, he is thinking that first I have to examine this box. Many parts of the treasure in the tomb were already misplaced. Clear? Now the mystery was still going on and on and on. Clear? Many of the things which were there along with the body, that was misplaced. So his tomb was found rock cut. Clear? 26 feet under the ground, which also had some wall paintings. Wall paintings, like in Bhopal, in Bharat Bhavan, these wall paintings are there. Clear? Many of the, animal, many of the creatures, some language that is written over there, which was used by those rulers. No? That is called as wall painting. So the body which was kept, the mummy which was kept, that whole area, there some wall paintings were there. Clear? Now, after this, It revealed that he was suppressed in the month of March or April. The first thing, the first conclusion these archaeologists they have found that this type of things were done during the time of March or April. You know, March or April, this is almost a summer time, and Egypt, this is the hottest region of the world. Clear? So that is why during March and April what was happening? One of the coffin put Carter into trouble. Clear? But this person, this Mr. Carter, he had a trouble also when he was investigating the coffins. And what was the trouble? The gum used to paste dirt or to the lowest to touch to the lowest of the solid gold. Clear? The gum which was used. Some kind of particular ointment is applied over there, and that gum that was still stuck with this coffin. The mummy was stuck with the coffin. That was the problem. Now, so coffin was the toughening enough that made it impossible to displace. No, that was so tough. That material was so tough when it was along with the coffin that they were not able to take out this mummy from this coffin. And now he put the box in the sun for numerous hours so that the resin loose up, but it didn't work. Clear? The remain of the mummy, they were not able to take out from this coffin because of this problem. It was stuck here. Understood all of you? And that was the major problem for these archaeologists. At last, he removed the advice with the chisel and hammer. Clear? Chisel and hammer means hathodi. Clear? With the help of that, they were chiseling the things. But Carter sensed and he didn't have any other choice that cutting the mummy from limb to limb, thieves would have robbed the gold and the treasure. If he is thinking I have to cut this coffin, clear? So it will take long time, and during this long time, like many of the people, those who are living in that area, they are supposed to be thieves, and they have stolen away all the gold of this mummy. Now, these men first removed the head of the mummy, then they cut off each and every joint. After the process of removing all the body parts, they place it on the layer of sand. Clear? So one by one, limbs were taken out, clear, then head was taken out, then one by one all the body parts were taken out, and after that they were keeping that mummy in the sand. And then they kept the part in a wooden box and placed it at the original place. Clear? They are keeping all the things in the wooden box, and afterwards they are keeping the things as it is on the place. Then later January 2009, the body was taken for a CT scan which takes hundreds of x-rays and generate 3D images. Okay, now after this what happened, as the new technology was added in this archaeological survey, they have to scan the body and number of 3D images were taken out. Clear? Now after this, that night after the scan, the workman passed his body from the tomb into the box. Okay, so from this tomb again they are keeping the body in the box. And then they went through the ramp and stair and lifted the body in the hydraulic trailer that was holding the scanner. Clear? Now they are keeping the things in the hydraulic scanner. Clear? Hydraulic machine they are keeping just because they are taking the whole body for the scanning. And now, after the use of the pair of spare fans, the scan was finally completed. But suddenly, you know, something was happening, because it was a belief, it was a story behind this King Tut also, that as he died, because the mystery was as it is, people did not know how the ruler was died, but people are thinking that there was a curse also. Clear? And because of this curse only, they are thinking the hydraulic system was stopped. Understood? Clear? Now, after 3 hours, they transferred his body back to his tomb where the body is resting in peace. Clear? Now, as it is, after this long 3 hours struggle, they are keeping the body as it is in the tomb, and when the body was kept as it is in the tomb, everything was okay. Now, this King Tut, again he is resting in peace in his tomb. So, conclusion of this story. To conclude, Discovery Tut, the saga continues summary tells you about great Tutankhamun, who was also known as King Tut. He was a brave ruler for the great Pharaoh dynasty. Clear? This ruler, at the conclusion we come to know that he was a great ruler. Whatever he did during his time period, that was a great achievement for this ruler, and he was a great pharaoh also. Now, he died as in a mystery and resting in peace in his tomb now. So overall we come to know that his death was a mystery because the archaeological survey also did not find out that what was the problem with this death, and at last we come to know the body was as it is in the tomb and it is resting now. Okay students, so this is all about our article King Tut. Clear? But the saga is still continues. Now the story is still continues. No? So children, just go through this article, read the article well, and afterwards you yourself find out. Like in our in this Hollywood also, number of movies are there upon this King Tut. Clear? Like he was a ghost, how he buried, and after his death again he is come out. Clear? On YouTube also number of things are given about this King Tut. Now that was a real incident which had happened. So you just go through all these things in detail, and number of characters are there. You just have to learn about these characters also. The major question that is related altogether are summary only. Okay children, so just go through the lesson and read it well. So till my next lesson, all of you, best of luck.